This congressman, Representative Robert Bresnahan, sold his Centene stock, dumped it. Centene provides healthcare exchanges for Medicaid. This congressman literally dumped stock in a Medicaid provider company right before this bill came to the floor. Don't be fooled. These guys know exactly what they're doing. Now, before you say insider trading, chat, it's worse than insider trading. Do you want to know why it's worse than insider trading? Because he's literally like, he has the capacity to make or break this as a congressperson. Okay. It's not just that like, oh, he knows that they have the votes for it, so this is the most opportune time to dump it. The fact that congresspersons have the power to literally rig the market, because they do. They have this power. They have the power to rig the market. Okay. It is market manipulation. It's not even like insider trading. It's like one step above. What's crazy is I saw a post on one of those stupid Twitter, like, you know, Wall Street Bets style accounts where they were like, damn, I can't believe Trump predicted exactly the point of market recovery. And it had like 100,000 likes. And I didn't see anyone go, yeah, he didn't predict it. He caused it. It was showing the stock market dip and then Trump going, buy now. This is the best time for you to buy. And then the stock market goes back on a rally. Right. And now it's finally recovered back to the point it was at before Donald Trump talked about the tariffs. And it's like he literally called the bottom. And I was like, yeah, I wonder why he called the bottom. Yeah, because he's the president. He created the bottom and then he literally tweaked the faucet that was making the market bottom out. And right before he tweaked the faucet, he said, great time to buy. Are these people that dumb? Are they this stupid? I guess the answer is yes. Thank God someone responded to it and said, wait, why does this have 32K likes, lol? Of course he called the bottom. He caused the bottom, and then he decided to end it. Guy who single-handedly destroyed the economy tells everyone he is done destroying the economy. Anyone else does this and the SEC rails their brains out? No, they don't. No, they don't. You want to know why? Because the SEC is a carcass now. They don't even do that anymore because guess what? Donald Trump and the vultures that he brought into office gutted every institution, every regulatory body, including the SEC. Like, yes, in a functioning government, the SEC is supposed to go, hold on, what do you mean? This is like all of this stuff doesn't seem too legal to me. I think what's one of the craziest parts about all of this is that like there is an enshittification of government. Like everything is just getting worse and worse year over year, in a way that like even dumb guys can kind of understand. And I guess at that point you have two options. You either lean into it and you go, nah, this is actually funny, lol, fuck you. Or you just go, yeah, this is really messed up. I'm checking out. You know, I'm tapping out. I don't want to participate in this. I don't want to pay attention to this. I am not interested in this at all, you know?
And so, yeah, if Democrats win the midterms, and you know, we have seen over and over again that the voters that turn out for Trump in a presidential year are not necessarily going to turn out for, you know, in those competitive races.
The House passed it. The House initially came out with deep cuts, slammed it over to the Senate. The Senate literally added additional cuts that were even worse than the House's initial cuts. Then they passed it back to the House. The House said, okay, but this still has ginormous deficits. Maybe we won't vote for it because you have the Tea Party contingency within the Republicans who are like supposed to be quote unquote deficit hawks. They're not, obviously. They turned around and they said they voted on it. So now it's going to go to Donald Trump's desk and he's going to sign it and he's going to make a big show of it. And every dumb guy, get ready for every moron, every stupid person that you know that is currently watching, like tuning into like the Asmongold broadcast to be like, oh, what are the talking points? Like, Every single person whose grandparents rely on Medicaid for long-term nursing home care, for example, like their grandparents now have to, I guess, do additional paperwork once a month. And if they don't, they're kicked off that coverage. And what happens then? What happens to people that don't have Medicaid? It's already an insane process to qualify for this stuff. Good luck to the rural hospitals that rely on Medicaid to actually stay afloat, because all of the people that live in these areas, these red areas that voted for Donald Trump, that are on Medicaid, but they don't realize that they're on Medicaid because every state has a different name for it. That's the other side of the story. People don't even realize that they're on Medicaid. They think, oh, I don't have Medicaid. I have like, you know, Arkansas Care or whatever the it's called, right? So they, in their minds, they think, oh, that's a totally separate thing. I'm fine. It's like, no, dude, you're cooked. But yeah, it's passed. It's over. The new agenda, the mega bill is now in motion. Now, there are a lot of unique things that the Republicans did that a Democratic Party could potentially take advantage of, but I'm holding my breath. I'm not holding my breath on waiting for the Democrats to take advantage of that. A new calculation trick that they implemented was the idea that the pre-existing tax cuts that were supposed to expire, okay, should not be factored into the deficit and should be made permanent. That was the new math that they decided to apply, which is just bullshit, okay? It's not how this works, obviously. And now they've made that permanent with a simple vote in the Senate. They just rammed it through. They were like, this technically doesn't impact the deficit because it's already pre-existing tax cuts. And yeah, in spite of all of it, in spite of it all, they did it. They did the damn thing. Trump was able to whip the votes. ICE is going to go ham this weekend 100%. Oh, for sure. Do you think America is still robust to weather this? What? No, I think this is horrible. Of course, some of the Republicans that went no turned yes because they got assurances about future promises down the line. It's bullshit. They were going to do that anyway. There was never a point where they were not voting on this, okay? Please, make no mistake. It's the same as Lisa Murkowski. Oh, Lisa Murkowski is very concerned. She's a moderate after all. She cares about Alaska. What happened? They always fall in fucking line. You know who never falls in line? The goddamn Democrats, dude. The fucking Democrats. They never fall in line. Democrats have comprehensive agenda items. They have all of these things that they promise during the campaign trail, during the election cycle. And then when push comes to shove, when they actually have to act, Kyrsten Sinema, Joe Manchin, Maggie Hassan, there are a million fucking Democratic senators and Democratic congresspersons that love to play the role of a spoiler. Republicans do not have this same predicament. Just remember that. A Dem takes office, it takes them 4 years to pass the We Love You bill, which grants a one-time $1,200 loan to black small business owners. Every time a Republican is in office, day one, they pass all the encompassing nasty motherfucker act that kills every living thing on God's green earth. It's true. It's every single time. Every single time Republicans come into office, that's where we're at every single dang time, by the way. This is how it always goes. This is how it always is. At least I got the tax cuts, though. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, definitely. Me and Ma and Pa in the fucking trailer park, we are going to be cooking with this new tax cut. Thank God. Thank God. Oh, also, now I don't have health care. Like the insidious way that they cut Medicaid is by basically making you check in. And then they're like, oh, sorry, you didn't. Look at this paperwork. It says that, your coverage lapsed because your paperwork was wrong. You wrote your name wrong. Oops. Bye-bye. Don't die. Okay. 2/3 of people on Medicaid are already working. The idea that like this is to get them out, get them off their asses and go out to work is bullshit. It was never real. It's just to make the people that are already working on Medicaid get off Medicaid by putting paperwork in front of them, unnecessary paperwork in front of them. When people that rely on this kind of healthcare coverage see that this healthcare coverage is failing, government healthcare is failing, the Republicans turn around and go, ha ha, notice how socialism is killing you? That's right. This socialist healthcare is killing you, right? So much paperwork. Doesn't it suck? We should take more of this away. We should take more of it away. And then those guys go, hell yeah. Hell yeah, you're right. My fucking government healthcare does suck. I hate socialism. You're so right. Bill Clinton did this with welfare reform. Democrats have done this in the past as well. Then they turn around and go, see, so many people are off Medicaid. It feels like we're making real progress here. Less people are relying on Medicaid than ever before. That seems awesome. That seems like America is now more prosperous than ever before. It's like, no, dude, it's because you kicked them off. They still need it. They just can't get it now. You fucking kicked them off. That's it. That's literally the whole point here. The way these guys talk about Medicaid, you would think that Medicaid was actually just like paying poor people to sit at home and fucking eat chips and play fucking Call of Duty. That's not how this works. It's just healthcare, you fucking animal. That's all this is. There is no like scheme here. In about 75% of the United States, it's nearly impossible to get on Medicaid outside of some of the worst set of circumstances an American can experience. If a single person in that chamber had to spend a day as someone who actually qualifies in a red state, they would themselves. I don't want you to celebrate this in any way, okay? Because it still fucks over everybody, okay? It fucks over the working poor. I am unconditionally against this kind of thing. I think we should be moving in the opposite direction where we actually expand healthcare, right? We get Medicare for all rather than limit the already incredibly limited amount of healthcare that we're offering to people that are below a certain line. That are so close to poverty overall that like they have to get this help or otherwise they die, right? But one of the craziest aspects of this is that the people that get fucked the most from bills like this are the Republicans that live in fucking rural areas. I bet you're malding, dude. It's like, yeah, I am, because clearly I care about your parents than you do. That's why I'm malding.